Don't dig your grave with your own knife and fork. The United States is known for having the biggest people. The biggest people who do nothing, who are lazy, who just sit there and do nothing with their lives, which is kind of accurate. 20-year-olds and older in the United States, 41.9% of them are obese. I found that at Center of Health. That many people are obese. That many people don't have jobs. That many people do nothing and just expect other people to help them and figure out their lives. And it's a serious health factor. You can lose 13.7 years of your life because of all these problems that you will face from being obese. I found that from National Institutes of Health. And people don't even think about all the problems, the mental health it will damage you and drop you down to your lowest point. It will make you feel like you're nothing, that you are worthless. In this speech today, I'm going to obesity is a frontal problem that can be resolved with a strong mind and body. I'm going to talk about three main subjects: the mind, the body, and what it costs to be obese. First, I'll start with the mind. You can get a lot of disorders that can drag you further down into obesity, and some of the medications for those disorders can even make you bigger and make you want to do absolutely nothing. Body. Now, this is what everyone's known for: the fat, the humongous bodies, but your organs will basically deteriorate inside of you. You will just be mush, be nothing, and nothing can stop it until you're too far gone. The payment of it. Think about how you're supposed to pay for all this. You can't get a job, you can't do nothing. So you're just going to put you and your family into humongous debt. So first I want to talk about your mind. Your mind, if you go through all these disorders. I'm first going to talk about social anxiety and general anxiety. Social anxiety is getting dizziness, feeling scared and afraid in social environments. Imagine people staring at you, having a feeling of eyes all over you, people disgusted, people wanting to be moved away from you because of how you look. That is fear. That makes you not want to go out in public, makes you not want to be near anybody, makes you want to put yourself in a box. Then there's generalized anxiety. Worry about your life. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? How can you even do anything when you're just stuck? There's depression. It causes sadness, makes you not want to live, it makes you lose all of your interests in life. Pretend like you're in a box. You can't move. It's dark. It's a scary place. You're not going to want to get out of there. You're not going to want to do anything. And you're going to try to cope. But a lot of people who are obese cope in one way. They eat. And eating, well, under all this, can make it even worse. It can make you be bigger. It can make you more lazy. And it can do all these problems. Now, there's bipolar disorder. It causes manic depressive episodes. Episodes that can last weeks, months, sometimes even days. It causes you to go in high spurts of energy, low spurts of energy. It makes you want to eat. A lot of bipolar medication that helps you makes you hungry, makes you want to basically eat everything in your house. And even the spurts of energy don't help you. It makes you lose sleep. That can make you dizzy. That can make you feel worse. It can make you extremely sick. All these problems can be caused from obese, and all these medications can make you obese as well. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is what people mainly talk about. Your body, what happens. So, of course, high blood pressure, heart disease, and strokes. Now, obviously people know these ones because they're the most talked about. High blood pressure in obese people is 6 times more likely than a normal human being. 6 times. That can cause serious problems with your heart, your arteries, and all of these systems. Heart disease is, you're 32% more likely to have heart disease. 32%, even worse, strokes. 64% more likely to have strokes. This is detrimental to your life. This can harm you in so many ways. You can be out for months, weeks. This can put you in such a bad state that you cannot do anything. Now, of course, diabetes. Everyone knows if you're obese, you have type 2 diabetes. It's true. 9% of people with type 2 diabetes are obese, are overweight, have all these problems. There's this thing when you have diabetes called metabolic syndrome. It causes liver failure. Liver failure is detrimental. You cannot survive if something like that bad happens. Plus all the cancers from you not getting the right nutrients, you not being healthy, you being so big and not be able to move. The cancers, there's colon, rectum, liver, pancreas cancer. All these can be caused because you eat way too much and you don't move and you just sit there. And let's be honest, you're likely to go to the doctors. If they judge you, they look at you weird. If they're not trained properly to be or take care of you, all of these things will not want you to go to the doctor. You don't want to be looked at by other people. You don't want to have any of this. So you're not going to get help till it is too late, till you absolutely need help. But also by Help Guide. Now my next one is the payment. Think about the money you'll have to pay for all these things. The medical bills is the main one. Yes, there's insurance, but will insurance cover it all? Will insurance cover all of these problems you'll have to do, all these problems you'll have to face, and the doctors you'll need, all your appointments? Most likely not. And how are you supposed to get the money? Work? A lot of places will not hire you because your insurance will cost way more than the average person, because all of the medical bills, it will bring them money. You're also not reliable. You can be out for months, weeks, because you cannot be there, you cannot promise to be there. So people will not hire you. 6% of medical bills were put into obese people. And that might not sound like a lot, but it is. It's $42 million worth. That comes from our taxes, our money that helped these people. But it raised. That was in 2005. Now in 2006, $55 billion to 66, 46. It's still so much money. All those dollars for what? For what? I found that maybe nothing about it. One person can spend extra money. $2,741 extra. Some people spend less. In their whole lifetime, they can spend an extra $9,000 extra dollars. But that's a normal person. Imagine spending that much, either at a month period. That much extra money for all your bills, all of your food, all your transportation. Think about all that. All the money you will be spending extra because you cannot control your habits. Found that Harvard TH. Now, I have some things that can help us get through all of it, to help people become stronger and help them try to get back into what their normal lives are. I want to have doctors be trained specially. I want them to be understanding, to walk into a room and see patients like this and not have a face of worry, not be disgusted to go by them. Now, most doctors are like that, but some aren't. Some just don't want to, like doctors in training. They see them and they kind of get nervous. But I don't want them to be like, it's okay, because it's not. I want them to still be stern, but still have the respect and the dignity not to make them feel really bad about themselves. I want them to have the right factors. The right factors are very important. I want them to be able to have the steps to help them get better. Every human being is different, so it's very hard to give exactly what they need. But with medical attention, the research, their mental, we can try to get it to a point where it's good enough of a path for them to try to get in the right spot. Now, it's not a guarantee. It's all on yourself, your mind, and your body, if you're going to actually make it to the spot. But if people don't help it, it will get worse. People will not get better, and it will just become a humongous problem in the United States. It doesn't matter how slow you go, as long as you do not stop. Today I talked about 3 main factors. I talked about mind, body, and payments for all these things. Your mind can go through serious traumas. It can make you feel like you're nothing, like you don't want to do it, and you will just sink further and further down into this hole. I talked about your body, the problems we'll go through, the detrimental life factoring risks that you can go through because of all this. I talked about money, how much debt you could be in. You could be dragging you, your family, and your loved ones down because you cannot take control over what is really eating you up inside. I made this speech to persuade people the risks of being obese. Thank you.